I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, an extra long novel or book series that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, I don't know why I tried to do this, and by way of explanation, tells her life story. We are in book 2. Previously, in Do the Wrong Thing, Ava moons over her cousin's druggy best friend while dating good boy Ivan. Her parents drive her to Birmingham, where she's going to start university, and it's a sad and lonely trip. I'll put my questions at the end. This chapter is called Breaking, continuation from last week. I don't have enough hangers, so I put my jeans in a drawer, lying them flat lengthwise, all 3 pairs. You might think owning only 3 pairs of jeans sounds poor, but it was normal in small town Arbor Valley in the 80s. At least I think it was. I inspect myself in the mirror above the drawer, pale with dark circles under my eyes. If only I could get rid of my fat. I need to see cheekbones, not this chubby babyish face. Thanks to puking when I binge more and more frequently on ice cream, donuts, bags of sugar, I've worked my waist down to 24 inches, model size. My breasts are 36 inches, but my hips only 35. If I can get my waist down to 23, that'll make up for the hips. But I need to get rid of this stomach. It should cave inwards between my hip bones, like a hammock. I will not be one of those girls who leave home for school and put on 15 pounds. I will not gain the college 15. All summer, I've shunned the sun, staying up late reading and listening to the alternative Dardanelle radio station, which plays 60s instead of current rock. I regard the bags under my eyes with satisfaction. I'm lying in my bed reading The Thornbirds. I know it's not great literature, but I shouldn't have brought it here. It's really good, though. The door opens and a small black woman enters. Hi, I say, sitting up. Hello, she says, a lilting accent. I smile hesitantly. She does the same. She looks around, sees the unoccupied bed, and moves towards it. She hoists a large, dark blue and maroon checked suitcase up onto it. What's your name? She asks, unzipping her case. Ava. She stops unzipping and half turns. I'm Celeste. We smile again, awkwardly. I hadn't thought about a roommate. How was I going to disappear into books with a roommate? And she's black. I've never been this close to a black person in my life. Passing one on an Arbor sidewalk or in an Arbor mall doesn't count. What are you studying? I ask. Sociology. She doesn't ask me back. There was one black guy at Sebastian when I was in grade 11. He was in grade 10. All the girls went nuts for him. Isn't he hot? They exclaimed in what seemed to me an unnatural, over-enthusiastic way. They whispered, squealed, and turned to watch him when he walked by. They didn't do this with white boys, new or old. Even with Dan, they whispered reverently, while with this guy, what was it? They treated him like a Boxing Day door stormer sale object. I felt embarrassed for him. I try to go back to my book, but can't concentrate. Sociology sounds cool. I fail at sounding enthusiastic. Celeste is putting things in piles on her bed, a somber palette of black, navy, dark green, and dark red. She doesn't turn around. It's true that the guy in grade 11 was broad-shouldered and muscular. Maybe that's what the girls were excited about, a 15-year-old that looked 20. His features are so dark, I can't really tell if he's hot, I said to one girl at the time. The guy was extremely dark. What did you say? Liz asked me a few days later. Everyone's saying you're a racist. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't treating him like an object, a sex object, because he was black. All I did was comment on my unfamiliarity with dark faces. Celeste turns around and we catch eyes for a moment. Again, we do the awkward smiles. She's wearing a black knit top and skirt, which shows off an enviably small waist and breasts that look like C's. She's not really pretty, or maybe that's because she's so stern. The guy and his family left Dardanelle a couple months later. I don't know why they left or where they went. A light knock on the partially open door, then 2 black men in burgundy Birmingham branded sweats enter. They look at me, but don't smile, then start conversing with Celeste in a language I don't understand. They all stand together near her bed. The guy closest to me looks over. We catch eyes, but he looks away immediately. There's the Asians who own the Chinese restaurant in Pottsville, and there's the Singhs, East Indians who bought milk directly from my father for a while because they wanted it unpasteurized for some kind of food they made. But aside from that, the only people I've interacted with in my entire life are white. In fact, my family and our family friends, being German, We're considered inferior in Dardanelle because we weren't born here. Native Canadians resent us for working hard and doing better than they are, the Germans say. Celeste's friends leave. She finishes unpacking and pushes her suitcase under her bed. I'm tired, she says. She doesn't look at me, lies down and seems to fall asleep. I follow. Music bounces off the walls. I smell beer, cigarettes, and that odor all arenas have no matter the season. A mix of concrete, steel, and I suppose something to do with ice even when it's not there. I walk through veils of girls' perfumes and men's colognes, red cup in hand. I pass pockets of people standing together. The fold-out tables and chairs at the back, near the bar, are mostly empty. I head towards the crowd around the stage. Red, blue, and yellow light sweeps across the band. They're wearing dark shirts, narrow pants, and skinny ties. Nah, nah, nah. I don't care how popular the Stray Cats are. To me, that's what they sound like. Nah, nah, nah. I trade hesitant smiles with a few people from Macklin Hall. My roommate doesn't go to these orientation events. She hangs out with her church group. I've lost the two girls I came with. They share a room 3 doors down from Celeste and I. One is short, morose, and mousy, an English major like me from a small town near Birmingham. The other, a bubbly, boy-crazy blonde from an industrial city about 3 hours from Birmingham, away from Dardanelle. I can't remember what she's studying. I've heard of girls wearing jeans so tight they need a hanger to pull up the zipper, but I've never actually seen it until a few hours ago. The blonde lay back on her bed, legs hanging over the edge, hanger looped through the hole at the top of her zipper clasp, tugging and laughing. I think she's dumb. She's probably not. She's certainly a lot more fun than I am. Nah, nah, nah. I see the serious faces of my fellow university students turn yellow in the concert lights. Why did I come?